Um, First, I wanted to explain why we choose the SBH throughout the lifespan topic. So our members and other organizations have been working for and with people with spina bifida and hydrocephalus to improve healthcare, rehabilitation, and social services. But I think we all know that so far, despite this progress, there are still prejudice, stigma, and misconceptions with regard to spina bifida and hydrocephalus. And at this point, we also have to take into account that there is a lack of knowledge with regard to aging with spina bifida and hydrocephalus, as older people with these conditions are the first generation to reach their 50s or 60s. So more awareness is needed on this topic. For that reason, we decide to focus on a broad topic, which includes adults with spina bifida and hydrocephalus, and to collect different stories to show what living with spina bifida and hydrocephalus means from birth into adulthood. So our goal, as you might know, was to collect 25 stories, but to be honest, at the beginning, I believe I thought that we were going to struggle to find these 25 stories. Actually, I start like sending a bunch of emails and reaching a lot of people, but then at the end, we received more than 60 stories, which is great because it was also very balanced, very gender balanced, very balanced regarding the countries, continents. So it has been really a success. So at the beginning, we share to help people with these testimonies or interviews. We share a document with suggested questions, both for parents and for people with spina bifida and hydrocephalus. So to help them to know what to talk about. Then we share also an infographic. I have added all the links here, so you, Yuli, can share the presentations with the participants and with whoever is interested on this day. So we also created.
We will indeed, Carmen. Will share everything on our Facebook page. That's no problem. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So then we also share an infographic to make it simple for people. So to show 3 simple steps to record or to make a testimony. And then the last, let's say, key material was a social media toolkit with key messages, links, hashtags, so everything that is needed to raise awareness on social media. And these are the two hashtags. Also, we, as every year, we updated the World Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus website. And maybe the most interesting thing for the general public and for other organizations is to know that we do have a section in which we share not only our members' activities, but also everyone activities. So if any individual or organization, clinics, even maybe companies that do something for the World Day, they are encouraged to send us information and photos about their activities, and we will be happy to share it on our website. So parents have been very well represented on this campaign. We have received 18 stories from different parents, and I found out that there are some common topics, even if these parents are from Africa, Europe, Asia, South America. They all have some topics in common. That's very interesting. So the first is that they have been very open when sharing their feelings when they receive news, the news about their child conditions, also about the self-catheterization, how they taught their child to do self-catheterization, and what this means to their children, to become a bit more independent. And then, as also Marlene mentioned before, the peer-to-peer support. They all agree that mainly in the beginning, after the child born was key to have peer-to-peer support to understand their situation and how to face the challenge and all the issues that will come because of their child condition. And then also they talk about accessibility in public spaces, mainly about the difficulties or issues that they had to find a mainstream school or kindergarten, and how they finally found it or faced these issues, and all the experience that they had about this. But maybe for me, the most incredible thing was that even more than 42 persons sent their personal testimonies, people with spina bifida and hydrocephalus, and I found that really, really good, because we found out that people are willing to speak, to share their experience, their feelings, and to support each other. So there were also some common topics. The first one, sorry, and it's personally one of the topics that I really like, is about sexuality, because this is a big taboo among people with disabilities, and there are some young people and adults with spina bifida and hydrocephalus who have shared their feelings, how they let's say how they face all the questions and doubts that they have about sexuality, relationships, and this is the best way to break a stigma and to break taboos. Then they also talk about overprotection. Most of them, they have felt at some point overprotected by their parents, and some of them share how they discuss or how they try to discuss it with their parents, how was their parents' reaction about this. And this is very important for them, because being overprotected at certain point doesn't help them to become more independent. Then connected to that, they also talk about independent living and how important is for them to feel that their family, friends, and their network in general trust them to be as independent as everyone else. And then, as I can't remember who mentioned that before. I think it was Aidan. He mentioned the mental health issues. That's very good, because it's also a taboo. So I was surprised that a lot of people with spina bifida and hydrocephalus, and also parents, have openly talked about how discrimination or exclusion have affected their mental health, and how they have overcome that. I have two testimonies to show you. Let's see if the sound is okay. Please let me know if it's not working, or if you have difficulties to listen to it.
Slovakia, and I have a daughter, 7 years old, who was born with a spina bifida and hydrocephalus.
Sorry, it's okay, the sound.
Fair enough.
My Christina, she goes to.
Sorry, it's okay, the sound?
Yes.
Okay.
A special school for children with a physical handicap. She went there also to the kindergarten, and at that time I tried to put her to the kindergarten where my other daughter went. It wasn't possible because stairs, bathroom, changing diapers, need of personal assistant, which I couldn't have, and I didn't want to be all the time next to her and help her doing everything, so it was easier solution. And then the same, I tried to put her to normal primary school, but in Bratislava, our city, I didn't basically find a building close to us without stairs or with elevator or without environmental barriers. So again, it was the easiest option. Yeah, the schools I visited are inaccessible. I found a primary school with a boy on a wheelchair, but probably at least 30 or 40 minutes by car from us. And our advantage is that this special school is 1 minute by car from us. So we probably decided to put her there and then say if we are not satisfied with this solution, we will change it later on. Because on the other hand, on the educational plan, they should follow the normal planning of education and not adapting as all the children should be mentally fine.
So this was Susana testimony. And then we also have Ivana. She's from Serbia, and she's also a mother of a child with Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus.
Okay, hi, I'm Ivana from Serbia. I'm also founder of Spina Bifida Association of Serbia and mother of son who had hydrocephalus. In the beginning, nobody recognized that I will give a birth with a baby who has hydrocephalus. So my problems started to go after I gave a birth. We don't have a good supportive team when you have children with any problems. So I have touch with neurosurgeons, and I know just phases of operation and after operation. So there is a lack of emotionally, psychologically, and any other support in that moment. It was 15 years ago. So my son now is 15, and things not change very much. So there is a lack of information, and there is no good supportive team for parents who are still could have problem with that.
So there are more testimonies from parents, but I choose these two because they are, I think they both talk about different topics. So I found it very interesting to add them to the presentation. Can you hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. It feels a bit weird to speak in such silence. So, okay. So for external communications, our plan at the beginning was to share one testimony per day, but as I said, we at the end we received more than 60, so we had to change a bit our plan. So from the 1st of October, we have been sharing at least 2 or 3 testimonies per day, and today, the 25th of October, we'll be sharing more than 4 or 5. We still have some testimonies, both videos and posters. Then we will publish today an article on our website, and we will send out a newsletter. I have added here the link so people can subscribe to our newsletter if they want to receive news from IF. And then I also have to thank our members because they have been actively supporting our campaign, and actually some of them have tried to get testimonies from their national association. So I have to finish my presentation thanking our members' work. And thank you, and again, happy World Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus Day.